Hello, I am Ninja Does. What? Oh, again, I am Ninja Does. What? You're doing this on purpose. Do we have to do this again? Like I was saying, I am Ninja Does, and I thank you for stopping by. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Dude, really? In this video, I would like to talk about a very prominent group of people. They are very unavoidable in gaming. I'm talking about the noobs. You know who you are. Everybody at one time has been a noob. Whether it's being new to gaming or new to a certain type of game, noobiness creeps in from time to time. What? Yeah? Noobiness is a word. Google it. Actually, I made that word up and then I found out later it's an actual word. The noobiness lurks in us all. Sometimes we can get away with it by blaming the glitchy game or the server you're on. Eventually, your noobiness will come out over time. Oh, you can't run from it. Of course, with effort and some sort of hard work, you can move on from being a noob and move on to being newbie-ish to average to eventually just another guy who has a good KD. I would like to talk about what it's like to be a noob and the evolution to being somebody who is good. One of the bad things about being a noob is it's not easy to hide your noobiness. Your bad moments can end up on some type of noob compilation on YouTube, or you're part of a kill cam at the end of a game where everybody can see, or it's brought to your attention on League of Legends or World of Warcraft. Yeah, those games can be brutal, and sometimes it can be very discouraging. Nobody wants to be a noob. It takes persistence and a lot of badgering to climb out of that hole that your game purchase puts you in. I had a friend who finally convinced me to play online. I was a late bloomer. My first time playing PvP was in the ever-forgiving world of Call of Duty, specifically Call of Duty Ghost. I was amazed at what I was seeing. There was one big problem I didn't realize until I had switched TVs. I was playing on a 60-inch that had a slight lag. That and my slow response time made getting into a one-on-one fight pretty much a losing situation 90% of the time. Not that switching my TV made any noticeable difference. To put it into perspective, I had a .35 KD for a long time, in which my favorite kill weapon in my stats was an IED. Yeah, I was getting most of my kills from a lame IED. Even though I got my butt kicked repeatedly, and the occasional reminder of the ever-helping Call of Duty players that I sucked and I needed to get good. Eventually I became a decent player. It took forever for me to get my KD positive after playing for a long time with a low KD. What I'm trying to say is we've all been there. Even the guy that insisted on texting me to make themselves feel superior were noobs at one time. There's even those times when the noobiness rears its ugly head on occasional match where you get your butt handed to you. Of course, you tell people in your group it was because of the campers or it was desync. But you know, deep down inside, that place that you don't like to go, that you sucked at that match. Then, the next match ends and you're right back on top of the stats board pretending you didn't have that moment that questioned your gaming abilities. It's okay. We've all been there. It's time you stand up and admit that on occasions, your noobiness comes out. Hello. My name is Ninja Does. And I can be a noob sometimes. Now, doesn't that feel better? Eventually you get good enough that on a consistent basis, you're one of the people carrying the team. At this point, you come to a fork in the road. Do you turn down the dark path and become that guy who used to text you to point out that you suck? Or do you go down the good path and become one of the good guys who make the noobs you deal with empowered. I would like to believe that we all want to go down that path of empowering the less fortunate. Though, from time to time, the dark side tries to rear its ugly head because match after match, the same guy is making your team lose. At this point, you need to put your controller down, do some stupid-looking meditation pose, and take a few breaths. Okay, you're back to your senses. Now going down the good path takes a lot more effort. The main reason, because it takes a lot of patience, especially if you're playing with a friend. And over time, it's obvious that they just suck at playing a certain video game. You come home and want to relax by escaping into a world that does not exist. You boot up your game and find a few friends who want to enjoy playing with you. You know, the guys who give each other a hard time, but they all know they kick ass in the game you are playing. And then you get that text. It's that guy who sucks at the game you are playing. You don't want to ignore him, but you don't want to bring him into the group you're playing with. So you do what everybody does and text them later on, telling them that your brother, your sister, girlfriend, boyfriend was using your account. And that's why you didn't receive a response. Whatever you do, whether it's faking it or it's genuine, going down the good path is something that never gets easy. In contrast, all you need to know to go down the dark path are different ways of using cuss words, along with the words noob, you're trash, casual, rando, and scrub. The funny thing is, there have been some data collected on toxic gamers. PC gamers swore more than console gamers. Overwatch has 50% more cussing than Call of Duty, while StarCraft and Minecraft have the friendliest community. Now, I read this on the internet, so it must be true. Surprisingly, Nintendo Switch, which is more geared toward family content, swears more than the Xbox players. How do noobs overcome their noobiness? There are a few ways to get rid of it, and that's to either fake it or actually work at getting good. To me, it seems like trying to fake it until you make it is just as much work, if not more, than actually getting good. When you are with a group of friends, you will consistently have to come up with new reasons why you didn't play the game good. For instance, there's bad weather here and it's affecting my internet connection. My game is lagging. I'm new to using a keyboard and mouse on this game. Of course there's the easy standbys, it's hackers, there's a bug, there's glitches, and my favorite, I had to step away from my computer because my grandmother was on fire. I read that on Reddit, so again, it must be true. Besides, a dedicated gamer would have waited till the end of the match. One of the areas in gaming where noobiness thrives is in the squeaker community. You know, that kid that is annoying everybody in the lobby chat or is randomly inviting you to join the game out of nowhere. 9 times out of 10, those random invites are going to be a squeaker. Don't get me wrong, there are some squeakers who are good at playing video games. But it's like opening a door and getting kicked in the nuts. 7 out of the 10 times when you open the door, you are going to get kicked in the nuts. Yeah, 3 out of the 10 times you don't get kicked in the nuts, but I'm not taking that chance. Most of the time, that squeaker is going to be a noob. In every aspect of life, we are all once noobs. From learning to ride a bike, to going on your first date, to trying to use build mode in Fortnite. We all will fall short of people's expectations. Just get up, dust yourself off, and keep noobing away. I would like to hear about your experiences with noobiness. I thank you for stopping by, and take care.